I discovered that not anything in lifestyles is worthwhile except you're taking dangers. Not anything, Nelson Mandela stated. There may be no passion to be found gambling small and settling for a lifestyle that's less than the only you are able to living. Now I am certain on your reports and faculty and making use of to university and choosing your principal and determining what you need to do with lifestyles. I am certain people have instructed you to make certain you have something to fall again on. Make certain you were given something to fall again on, honey. However, I in no way understood that concept, having something to fall again on. If I am going to fall, I do not need to fall again on anything. I need to fall forward. I determine as a minimum this manner. I will see what I am going to hit. Without consistency, you will in no way finish. So do what you sense passionate, approximately passionate. Approximately take chances. Do not be afraid to fail. There is an antique IQ. Take a look at become 9 dots. And also, you needed to draw 5 strains with a pencil inside those 9 dots, without lifting the pencil. The best manner to do it become to move outdoor the container. Do not be afraid to assume outdoor the container. Do not be afraid to fail massive, to dream massive. However, recall dreams without goals are simply dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 instances in his profession, the most with inside the records of baseball. However, you do not pay attention approximately the strikeouts. People recall the house runs fall forward. Thomas Edison performed 1,404 failed experiments. Did you already know that I did not recognize that due to the fact the only 1,000 in primary become the mild bulb fall forward? Each failed test is one step in the direction of success. We're given to take dangers, and I am certain you've likely heard that earlier. Then however, I need to communicate to you approximately why it's so important. You may fail in some unspecified time in the future on your lifestyles. You may lose, you may embarrass yourself, you may suck at something. There is no doubt approximately it, and that I recognize it's likely now no longer a conventional message for a graduation right. However, hey, I am telling you include it due to the fact it's inevitable with inside the appearing enterprise. You fail all the time. Early on in my profession, I auditioned for an element in a Broadway musical. Ideal function for me. I thought besides for the truth that I cannot sing, I did not get the job. However, here is the thing, I did not quit. I did not fall again. I walked out of there to put together for the subsequent audition, and the subsequent audition, and the subsequent audition. I prayed, and that I prayed. However, I persisted to fail and fail and fail. However, it did not depend due to the fact you already know what there is an antique announcing you grasp around the barber keep. Lengthy, sufficient, faster, or later you are gonna get a haircut, so that you will capture a spoil. And that I did capture a spoil. I used to be 2 decades. Vintage, I used to be at my lowest point, after which in the future, and that I don't forget the genuine day March 271975. I used to be assisting my mom in her splendor, save my mom owned a splendor. Save up in Mount Vernon, and there has been this older lady, who became taken into consideration one of the elders in the metropolis, and that I failed to recognize her for my part. However, I used to be searching with inside the replicate, and whenever I seemed with inside the replicate, I should see her at the back of me, and she became looking at me. She simply saved searching at me whenever I checked out. Her she saved giving me these odd looks. So she sooner or later took the dryer off her head, and she stated something I will by no means forget. She stated, younger boy, I've a prophecy, a religious prophecy. She stated, you will journey the world and talk to tens of thousands and thousands of human beings, and with inside the years that comply with simply as that lady prophesies, I've traveled the arena and I've spoken to tens of thousands and thousands of human beings via my movies, tens of thousands and thousands, who up till these days could not see me, who up until these days I could not see, whilst I used to be speaking to them, and they could not see me. They might most effective see the movie, they could not see the actual me. However, I see young people today and I am endorsed through what I see. I am strengthened through what I see, due to the fact taking chance isn't simply approximately going for a job. It is also approximately understanding what you recognize, and what you do not recognize. It is approximately being open to human beings and to ideas. The probabilities you take the human beings, you meet the human beings. You love the religion, which you have, it truly is what will outline you. By no means be discouraged, by no means maintain back. Deliver the entirety you got, and whilst you fall during life, don't forget this, fall forward. Thanks for watching. Remember, greatness begins with a single step. Stay motivated, stay strong.